The United States is now accusing the Russians of lying about withdrawing their troops from Ukraine's border and, in addition, faking a genocide to possibly justify a Russian invasion. This is all new today. Despite all the videos you may have seen from the Russian government that purport to show Russian tanks like these and armored vehicles pulling back and heading home, a senior Biden administration official tells NBC News the U.S. has now determined the Kremlin's claims about a withdrawal are false. The Russians are lying. In fact, the official says they've actually increased the military force along Ukraine's border by 7,000 additional troops, with some arriving as recently as today. Here's Secretary of State Tony Blinken earlier.
There's what Russia says, and then there's what Russia does. And we haven't seen any pullback of its forces. They remain massed in a very threatening way along Ukraine's borders. We continue to see not only these forces massed, we continue to see critical units moving toward the border, not away from the border.
That from Morning Joe this morning. Russia is also now claiming, get this, it's investigating genocide in war-torn eastern Ukraine. Here's the story. The Kremlin claims pro-Russian rebels there discovered mass graves of civilians in Donbass. That's the Russian-speaking region where the separatists, who are backed by Moscow, have been fighting Ukrainian forces for nearly 8 years now. The allegation comes just 2 weeks after U.S. officials said Russia had plans to create a fake video with fake corpses to accuse the Ukrainians of genocide against Russian speakers. A false flag to give them reason to attack. Today, the Russian government released this image of an alleged mass grave. Russian President Vladimir Putin himself is accusing Ukraine of committing genocide and mass violations of human rights in Donbass. The State Department says there is no basis of truth to any of Vladimir Putin's allegations. And the White House says this could be just one of several false flags that Russia is planning to roll out.
We're in the window where we believe an attack could come at any time, and that would be preceded by a fabricated pretext that the Russians use as an excuse to launch an invasion. Everybody should keep their eyes open and aware of that potential. Faked videos, false accusations about chemical weapons, or accounts of attacks on Russian shoulders that have not actually occurred.
Like mass graves in Donbass. Today, defiant Ukrainians celebrated a day of unity. There had been reports and intelligence warnings that today, February 16th, might be the day of the invasion. Of course, that's up to Vladimir Putin. Will Ukraine be ready? Well, our sister network Sky News sent their chief correspondent Stuart Ramsey to a city not far from the Russian border.
She's searching for air raid shelters. Theoretically, they're dotted throughout the eastern Ukrainian city of Kharkiv. A website identifies the basements of buildings designated by the government as suitable bunkers if the city comes under attack. If it does happen, everyone is directed to these shelters. There are said to be 4,300 of them. But Yulia Smagina has only been able to find 100 so far, and of them, 94 were uninhabitable, or more commonly, locked. Yulia works her way through the site, often asking locals for assistance in finding the shelters.
So it's locked?
Yes, locked.
Not a single person we met had a good word to say for them. With tensions rising here, the lack of preparedness is becoming a big issue for the government.
So it seems this shelter, it appears at least that this shelter is actually up to its knees in water. The lady's saying we were just getting direction. They're obviously, it's quite a big issue. They're pretty angry about this because the one place that they know they would at least be able to protect themselves from Russian missiles is, you know, impassable. They're either locked or in this case it's full of water. Let's go and have a look.
Downstairs is genuinely awful. The stench of human waste is overpowering. It is impossible to imagine anyone taking refuge here. Yulia will report her latest findings to the authorities. 2 times a week, every week, Elena Znatkova and her daughter Daria meet in their kitchen, running through safety protocols they've developed if Kharkiv is attacked, where they will hide and where they will try to escape to. They have an emergency escape bag with some medicines and passports permanently ready to go.
You do all this preparation with your mum. Are you very scared about what's coming? Are your friends very scared?
Разумеется, у меня перехватывает дыхание при том, когда я начинаю думать об этом. Но к таким ситуациям нужно быть очень готовым, поэтому я спокойна и я знаю, что нужно делать.
Despite the dire warnings about an invasion and huge casualties here, there's no discernible sense of panic. People are worried, of course, but nothing's really changed.